First of all, let me make sure that this shit is focused, cause last time I recorded, this shit just wouldn't focus on my fucking face. Also, I apologize if the lighting in here is kind of horrible. It's been rainy as hell all day. It's just Florida shit. It'd be like that. Hold up, let me fix it. I probably just didn't do fucking anything right there. I don't even. However, we know why we're here today. I know why I'm here today. I wanted to follow up one of my most popular videos of all time that I dropped last year around this time, right around this time to the date exactly. The worst basketball takes of 2019 now. There's some stupid ass people on the internet. It's a shame that we have to watch some of these people on these large platforms perform just this tomfoolery, this clownery of themselves, whether it be for monetary value or just clout. But I won't go too far. Let's just jump right into the shit, man. Yeah, these are bad. Also, if there are any takes that you heard this year that were just absolute dog shit somewhere on the autism spectrum, be sure to leave them down below in the comments because I'm curious of what I may have missed. But this is just the dumbest I've seen this year.
Kristaps Porzingis still has a chance to one day be the best player in the world. Best player in the world.
Bitch, shut the fuck up!
Better than Doncic, better than everybody.
But it won't happen.
I'm not saying it's going to happen this year. In fact, what I'm saying is it won't happen this year.
When was this shit? This was in November. This was not even that long ago. So you're telling me, Max Kellerman, you're telling us.
He was so underrated defensively. If you watch the games, his presence on the floor completely changed the other team's offense. And he was a real defender, like he cared about it. And he could defend in space, and he could protect the rim, and he was aggressive. Never mind the fact that what people really knew him for was the fact that he's 7'3", could take bigs off the dribble, face the basket, and bomb threes.
Mm-hmm. And he be sprinkling all over Porzingis' dick too. He be sprinkling fucking sprinkles all over that fucking unicorn horn. He like, you know what it is? Max don't really even like Porzingis that bad because he was not riding for Porzingis like this when he was a Knick. Max is riding Porzingis' fucking unicorn horn now because the Knicks traded him. So he builds him up even more just to shit on us. Next up, I think this cracks the top. This might be a second honorable mention. I don't know, but this was just so fucking horrible that I had to add it to the group. Alright, so I actually have never seen this video. Alright, I found this video just on YouTube, opened my app, and I just so happened to see what the title was, and holy shit, it was a bad title. And I didn't care what the video had to say, I just clicked, disliked, back. So, roll the footage.
Right, so the conversation first began, we were going to make this comparison because that was what was said the other day about him, the greatest natural scorer since Michael Jordan. I say I agree with it, okay? But in the past, you know, he was doing something where he'd wait and now he'd want this guy to close out and then he'd say, okay, get out, and I'm going to just go ahead and operate one-on-one in this area of the floor. This is a catch and shoot three. And this is what makes a guy like this so special. So why do you say he's in a category as the best scorer since Jordan? It's because of all of the different ways he does it. Nobody can put the ball in a basket and control a game that way, the way Jordan could. Kobe maybe in that class a little bit. I think Harden's even on a different level than that.
We agree.
It was the way he said it. It was the, maybe a look. Who the fuck does this Bosley haircut, supercuts ass?
And which is why he is such a polarizing conversation.
Yeah, agreed.
With the people, even the people that acknowledge his greatness say he's tough to watch, or some of them do. What do you make of that part of the Harden conversation? Do you at least get it?
Yeah, totally. I'll be honest with you. It's a tough watch for me a lot of nights. As a guy that likes to see ball movement and cutting and flow and rhythm to it, it's hard to watch the way that they play.
Get this man the fuck off my TV. I'm glad I didn't catch this on Sports Center. Get this motherfucker off my screen. I'm glad I didn't catch this up. This was bad. I hope he has not been on Sports Center since this aired. When was this? This was December 3rd. That was literally 2 weeks ago.
Is Kawhi actually a better player under pressure than the great Kobe Bean Bryant?
Yes, he is. No one had more heart than Kobe. Like, Kobe's not scared of anything. But because Kobe was the best bad shot maker who ever lived, he would take a lot of bad shots under pressure because he knew he could make them. But just look at how often he made them compared to what Kawhi is doing. Kawhi takes higher percentage shots and makes them more often under pressure than Kobe Bryant did. I'm not making it up. When you try to deride the statistics, I know you're both going to just assert that I'm wrong. But when you say, oh, just can't look at the numbers, you understand statistics are records of events.
It's completely
when they
quiet
say in late and close games,
in the studio.
Kobe Bryant shot inefficiently, his team got less efficient. Those numbers are records of events that occurred. We could go back and watch the video, and you will see they all occurred. Kawhi Leonard, under pressure, ain't missing. He's already been a Finals MVP, and that was before he was in his prime. Under pressure, yes, Kawhi is better than Kobe was.
Is Wayne Brady going to have to choke a bitch?
I think that's ridiculous. It's hard to get into why because I'm trying to explain. I'm trying to be respectful.
He did this with an absolute straight face. Chuckle, he didn't giggle, he didn't smile. Like, so to some extent, we have to believe that he believed this when he said it, to some extent. Max Kellerman, you deserve to be on the list this year. You just be saying shit. And you know what? I know it's not just me. Sometimes I just feel like ESPN just woke up that day and was like, go out there, Max. Just go ahead. Just read this shit. Go. And he just does it. I can't believe that Max Kellerman is as smart as he is and says some of the shit he says. So, good job, Max. You earned your spot on here. Shout out to you.
We've seen from Kawhi so far.
If you just stare into Jay Williams' eyes, you can see him imagining himself snuffing the dog shit out of Max Kellerman right now.
Kawhi is a better clutch performer than Kobe Bryant.
Tell me about those clutch moments.
Shots under pressure.
Wait a minute. I'm not denying that.
Stephen A.
Go ahead, Jay.
Not even worth it.
Don't.
All of us have to be able to reach that point. Because when you have basketball conversation with some people, you have to just realize there are some people you can't reason with and move on with your life because it ain't worth arguing over. Max Kellerman, you are a perfect example of this. His takes smell like New York City. Just fucking disgusting. Like cigarettes combined with bum musk. And wow, New York smells really bad when I think about it. Why do I love that place? And piss. You randomly just walk and smell like fresh piss. Like somebody just pissed and left. What the? That city is so nasty. Now, thank God that this man is only ever on national TV in the summertime when it's the off season, and probably half the people who usually watch this show. And for those that keep up, y'all know who I'm talking about. It's time that we had a moment to reflect on Ryan Hollins' worst. If you don't know, you about to find out.
Did they get MVP right?
Well, first off, I want to congratulate Giannis because those believe that I've been incredibly hard on him through the whole season. But unfortunately, no, they got it wrong. He was not the MVP of the NBA. I do not know how it was not James Harden. And when I think about James Harden's season, I think of first. There are a lot of firsts. The guy's numbers rivaled Kareem, Wilt, Michael Jordan. James Harden averaged 35 points, 7 assists for the entire season. If you ask any other NBA player, guys who had to play against him, a guy who predicated his game off of a step-back three-pointer, literally the hardest shot in basketball, and was effective. Max, I don't know if you know anything about this. Anything about this, Max?
Shout out to Max Kellerman because this is probably the number one clapback of top 5 at least of 2019.
It's changing, but he stays the same. But he won better than Giannis this season. Let me tell you how good Giannis is. It's hard to imagine. Ryan Hollins, imagine a guy your size, but really good at basketball. Like, think about that for a second.
Coming from a guy who can't play basketball.
Your size, but really good at basketball. Think about what Giannis.
Yo, I got Max in a one-on-one against Ryan Hollins. I don't know about y'all.
Points, assists,
really
rebounds,
good.
assist to turnover ratio, effective field goal percentage, free throw percentage, three-point percentage, mid-range. But PER takes all of that into account. And it has a number at the end. And the number, the PER number, we're talking about just offense, Giannis 30.9, Harden 30.6.
But really good at... Oh, shit. Ryan Hollins' horrible take number 2.
I remember somebody talking about how Giannis was going to dunk his way through the playoffs and yada, yada, yada. Listen, this man is right now, he's the most overrated in basketball.
Bitch, shut the fuck up.
Is he a good basketball player? Yeah, I love him. I like him. I like what he.
I'm sick. You are hating.
He said,
He came in heavy with the
hating on Giannis. Giannis isn't overrated.
Didn't hesitate, got right to the point. Didn't build up to it. Didn't like flower it around like, you know, such as. Nah, he is the most overrated. He like, who got something to say about my opinion? You?
Balled out. You
Two wins away from the finals.
Hold it, chill.
MVP of the league, most likely.
You put him in the NBA Finals. He did not make it there. Not just did he not make it, he grossly underachieved. Grossly. The man, as far as individual matchups, as we brought up, shot 29% when actually guarded by a formidable defender.
You're smarter than this.
When you think about it, Ryan Hollins isn't even like the greatest Ryan Hollins of all time. If we're being real, like Adam Morrison, no. Kendrick Perkins. Kendrick Perkins is the Michael Jordan of Ryan Hollins's. So that lets you know. And even Kendrick Perkins, when he talks, a lot of people just be like, shut the fuck up. So imagine Kendrick is up here and Ryan is down here and he's saying this type of shit.
He's not there yet. He needs a crime partner because of the things you're bringing up. Shaq did too, and Shaq was the best player in basketball.
Well, let's pump our brakes on comparing Giannis to Shaq. I like that he dominates.
Shaq did it.
Because Shaq is just stern and throwing his name into the media. He's trying to find a way to stay relevant.
You mean
Shaq doesn't need any more attention.
like you, Ryan?
No,
let's get it
Giannis
clear.
and Shaq.
Shaq's just an honest dude.
No, he's not being honest with you.
You hated
not
on
comparing those two.
Kawhi. You hating on Giannis. Now you're hating on Shaq. Proceed. Who you
Because
gonna hate on
I'm
next?
speaking my truth, that doesn't mean you're hating.
Your truth.
Because I'm speaking my truth doesn't mean you're hating.
That was when you put your feet up and asked people to kiss him. That was your
You
truth. Now we're
absolutely
talking about
as
basketball.
wild as you were talking. Okay, let me
Listen, this man played up to 8 seconds at a time in the NBA.
Oh my God.
The guy with two
Here
left
we
feet
go.
talking. Okay.
Yo, Max be having rounds in the chamber for Ryan Hollins, bro. Ryan Hollins, horrible take, number 3, and believe it or not, y'all, this might be the worst one yet.
Hold on. You said LeBron James the greatest player ever?
Ever.
What about Michael and Kobe? So you just gonna pass Kobe up like that?
I'm gonna pass Kobe up. I'm gonna look at Michael. I'm gonna look at the. I'm gonna look at.
I know it. Patron America.
Yo.
Patron America.
Kobe Bryant couldn't fill, or Michael Jordan fill LeBron's shoes.
What did you say, nigga?
Kobe Bryant couldn't fill, or Michael Jordan fill LeBron's shoes. The impact that he's had with different teammates.
In unison, they prayed for his soul. In unison. Like they immediately bowed down and said, basketball gods, he does not knoweth what he speaketh. Don't strike us in his presence because we're with him.
One thing to you, Max, I don't know the numbers like you do. Michael Jordan is what in the finals? 6 and what?
Oh.
And what is LeBron in the finals? That's all I got to say.
Shaq, how many game 7s did MJ go to? Zero.
Hey, I'm just saying.
How many times did MJ see the Warriors, though?
Oh, I'm glad.
Boo this man.
You stop it.
I'm just
Boo this man off of television. Don't let him back on unless Max Kellerman got jokes and is bullying him. Boo this man.
They would run laps around that Bulls team, yo. Are you kidding me?
Okay, another question. What era are we playing in? We playing in the big boy era where you can knock people on their ass, or we playing in this little cupcake era now where you can't touch people? Give me an era.
I think they win in both eras.
Will you stop it?
Oh, hold on. Is Clay not tough? Clay couldn't play back then?
Whoever's paying him to say all this stuff, I will pay you double to stop it.
Hold on. Shaq, how did Dennis Rodman play defense?
He played like a man.
How did Scottie Pippen play defense?
Like a man.
How did Michael Jordan play defense?
Like a man.
Ron Harper played defense.
Hold up, time out. I think it's time for a commercial break. That's just defense. We all need to rethink what's coming out of our mouth.
Michael Jordan's the greatest offensive
score on offense.
When we come back here on First Take.
I just want Shaq to just not actually do it, but just do it, but just like make him flinch, like y'all, I changed my clothes. The sun went down. I think I repressed this one so deep into my memory banks that I really almost forgot that it happened. When this could have been easily the worst one on the entire list. I don't know if there's like a setup I can do for this. Like, run the tape.
These are the top 5 rookies. Zion Williamson is an 81 overall. That's kind of disrespectful, 2K. That's extremely disrespectful. You guys seen what this man is capable of. I feel like his rating at least should be an 86 to be 1,000 with you, especially how of heavyweight he looks. He looks like a football running back, bro, and he explodes off the ground. He jumps higher than a lot of these athletic dunkers in the league, so that's kind of disrespectful. J.A. Moore and R.J. Barrett really haven't paid attention to. Honestly, should honestly be 75 overalls if you're really just being 1,000. DeAndre Hunter, Darius Garland, never heard much about them. It's probably best there. Okay, here we go into the actual ratings now. So we passed his top 5 shooters, the top 5 rookies in the game. Rudy Gobert, 88 overall.
Gobert.
88 overall for Rudy Gobert? Has anybody ever
Are you thinking of Gobert flight?
Rudy Gobert, 88
like
overall? Has this dude made an all-star game, or what? Is these guys like sucking the devs off behind the scenes? Or, let me chill, bro. 88 overall? Karl Anthony Towns, an 89 overall. 89 overall for Karl Anthony Towns, man. Imagine putting on a Karl Anthony Towns jersey, let alone him being an 89 overall. Yeah, there was some serious ass kissing and huge. Somebody's on the wager for sure. I have high basketball knowledge, bro. 89 overall for Karl Anthony Towns, bro.
Flight.
We have Kyrie Irving, the new Brooklyn Nets, 91 overall. I don't honestly know how I would necessarily feel about this, just for the simple fact that, in my opinion, behind Steph Curry, I feel like Kyrie Irving is the second best player in the league right now. So I feel like he should get some second best player in the league, second best player in the league, second best player in the league.
What did you say, nigga?
Right now. So I feel like he should get some hospitality, maybe get like a 96, 97. He's really the top ball handler in the league behind Steph Curry too, you know? So it's kind of disrespectful and a slap in the face to put Kyrie Irving at a 91. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. The devs are definitely on shrooms. They have to be on some type of K2 or some drug, right? Joel Embiid at a 91? Whoa! Whoa! Joel Embiid at a 91 overall. Is he higher than Russell Westbrook?
Like, Flight, let me just start, because I'm just going to spend the rest of this segment just probably trashing this shit out of Flight. Let me start this by saying, I fuck with Flight Reacts. I've been watching Flight since he was not your average Flight, and it's time to get right. Matter of fact, just to show y'all, Flight actually, when we went to a 2K event together one time, like I think it was 17, he's actually responsible for one of the coldest AVIs I've ever had on Twitter in history. I think we were leaving the neighborhood place where they announced the neighborhood for the first time, and there was this cool ass like 90s boombox background. I'll probably post it if I find it here. But I'm about to leave, and he wanted a picture, I wanted a picture, so we both snapped pictures of each other with that background. It was cool, and the picture came out dope, and Flight Reacts took it. I was like, yo, that shit is cool. When he talks basketball, it's like, cause he's cool, you don't wanna, but at the same time, it's like, nigga, shut the man, stop.
Because in my opinion, look, you gotta think about it, bro. You gotta put the stats to where the stats match. Okongbo is not a consistent three-point shooter, let alone he's not a consistent shooter. You know what I'm saying?
I forgot he said that stupid shit.
The time when I was talking, but as it is, Okongbo is not a consistent shooter all the way. He's really more of a post player and a, you know, attack the rim type of a player. I feel like it's too early to give him this high of a rating. Maybe like a 90 overall, around what they put Russell at. How is Russell a lower rating than Okongbo, bro? Like,
you know what? Just for the Okongbo Flight, I ain't gonna trash you no more. What y'all might not, what's crazy about Flight, right, is Flight, exactly what he's saying in this video, he would say it to you in person with the same exact expressions, meaning in his voice. Like, he's dead ass when he's doing this. And that's what be fucking me up about Flight, because as soon as he starts talking basketball, you can't tell if he's trolling. You really can't, because it's compared to the things he says to the way he says it. You know what, man? Fuck it. Okongbo.
LeBron is a 97 overall. If Curry is lower than LeBron, I will cuss out these devs with all of my force, bro. LeBron, you're talking about a player, his team didn't even make the playoffs. His team didn't make the playoffs, and you have him at a 97. You have a player that bandwagoned to Los Angeles when you could have stayed your ass in Cleveland, and you have him trying to take Kobe's shine, and you give him a 97? LeBron does not deserve anything higher than a 95, bro. The reason why I'm saying this is because he is a complete failure when it comes to taking his team to the right spot in the playoffs, bro. Until you can prove to me, LeBron, that you can take your team into the playoffs at least after bandwagoning to another side of the earth and at least get out the first round, bro.
I know Ryan Hollins has said some wild shit this year. Max Kellerman too, right? But, you know, it's not even just what he said about Kyrie or Curry or LeBron. This entire fucking video, everything about this video is the worst take of 2019. Not just one thing he said. The collective group of every word that he uttered might make this the worst take regarding basketball of 2019. Just hand these L's to Flight Reacts. Don't let him forget that he said this shit. And I'm going.